Oh my God, your boobs are real. Obviously, I am an astute observer. Obviously, I'm pretty good at having accurate boob radar. Notoriously, I have boobdar, which is being able to read, hey, what are her boobs like? Hey, those are obviously tig bitties. Those are obviously au naturel. But sometimes even Larry Chang will make a mistake. The mistake I made was, oh my God, oh my God, your boobs are real. It's like discovering gold. It's like discovering real boobs. In a world where everything is fake, everything is fictional, so many things are a doom scroll of lying, where we just don't even ask, hey, am I being lied to right now? Because it's default fake lips. It's best case scenario, a little bit of positivity, such as my YouTube and my Rumble. But the refreshing nature of real giant boobs that are real on a skinny girl. Is there anything that's better? Is there anything that's better? No. There's nothing that's better. Thank goodness for real boobs that are huge. Let's meditate. You guys don't want to celebrate with me? Larry, make me laugh. Okay. Okay. Faking so much that even real seems faked, which is initially when I started to do YouTube lives. People thought that it was AI because it was so perfect, which is no longer the case, but we're still able to get better. We're still able to get better. Faking so much that even real is faked. I was a victim of that because last night's boobs, they were real. Real, oh my God, boobs. This is going to be the breast July ever. This is going to be the breast August ever. This is going to be the breast Christmas ever. It's July 17. It's July 17. It's day number 47 of the 34 days of Grok 4 at AMC Theaters. How are you? How are you? Real penis energy. This is biology hacking. This is biohacking. This is you and I getting better doing what? Doing big dick energy, but that doesn't get powered by drugs. Well, if you consider the chemical H2O a drug, I concur. Welcome to Her Boobs Were Actually Real. Biohacking humor. Her boobs last night, they were real. In a world of fake social media, fake Instagram, fake titties. Last night's boobs were huge on a skinny girl and real. The whole time I'm thinking, oh, fake titties. They look great underneath the dress. They look great. They look anti-gravitational. They look that way. Oh, yawn. But later in the evening, I am not kissing and telling. I am reporting from the front lines. Her boobs were real. And I'm a little bit humbled, and I'm also a little bit humiliated that she actually might be smarter than me. I know. Slow down, Larry. You sound like you're in love. You could say that, but then you'd be missing the fact that we're talking about biohacking. We're not love hacking. Maybe she's love hacking. We are talking about biohacking, which is, even when we come across big dick energy, we're going to say, oh, that's chemically enhanced. Oh, Larry's penis is augmented. Oh, real penis energy, rare in Asians. What is not rare is that you and I are going to go on a generational run. You and I are going to biohack. And if this is the first video that you've ever benefited from, good job, Larry Chang. Good job, your name. I don't need to know your name. I don't need to know if you're good looking or not. Because, oh my God, all of my YouTube live viewers are actually good looking. I hate that. And also, no homo. Raw dogging as a biohack. So you're in competition with the lowest competition ever. What's raw dogging? It's where you're not drunk, you're not drinking, going against people that are perfectly trying to synthesize their chemical inebriation. They've got SSRIs, they've got an electronic cigarette, they've got a drink in their hand. In fighter pilot language, that's called an overwhelming number of inputs. Good luck trying to perfectly calibrate how much you're vaping. Good luck trying to equilibrate how much you're drinking. What's your emotional state? How many SSRIs have you taken? What's the shape of your body? What's the condition of how external factors are treating you? All of these things affect your level of self-medication. This is biohacking. We're in competition with people that are NPCs. Biohacking, raw dogging. So if you're medically required to take drugs, you can just take those drugs and continue to be medicated. We're biohacking, raw dogging. You're asking ethnicity questions where you should be asking, oh my God, that cowboy hat is amazing. Are you culturally appropriating Chinese people and cowboys? Because what we're doing is we're training cunts. We're taming the cunt. We're taming the cunt. Less emoji use because I have an emoji blocker. So you're going to have to spell it out in English. Only because I am appropriating the English language via Ebonics maxing. Ebonics was broken. I biohacked language. I language hacked language to help black people be far less retarded. Ebonics, that was my original hack. It's where black people talk black. Whereas This video is about biohacking. But to finish Ebonics maxing, the new way to do Ebonics is to have perfect English grammar and not low socioeconomic talk. So it's positive language. For example, hashtag Ebonics with 11 X's, EBONIXXXXX 11 X's, math, MATH. Because prior to me, black people couldn't do math. We are, back on topic, raw dogging. Raw dogging is where you're not drinking, you're not smoking, but you're at the bar on Saturday night. We're about to go on a generational run, which is us getting better at coding up our ethnicity. Hey, are you Chinese? We can all be Chinese between the ears. Hey, are you Chinese? We can all be Chinese below the belt, which is a perfect giant penis where people are going to say, did you get penis augmentation? Because, oh my God, last night's girl, she had real boobs. I thought they were fake the whole time. The whole time I just was casual. They're like, yawn. Who hasn't been with a girl with giant fake boobs? Yawning in her face, where she had to whip them out, and oh my God, I was no longer yawning after that. Who's up early today? You gotta be asking, did I even go to bed last night? We're still on the topic of the day. Good morning. Biohacking. How'd you sleep last night? Me? I'm in a waking meditation right now. A wokeful meditation that is awoken. My God, am I going to turn around the word woke? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Larry Cheng. Feel free to cheer for me as I cheer for you while you're not being very positive, actively watching your 5th Larry Cheng video and not liking yourself. I forgive you for not liking yourself. I forgive you because what we're going to do is we're going to create a better version of ourselves that we're going to like a lot. Maybe you're not liking here because you don't like the fact that I get better video to video. Maybe you don't like the fact that you witness me getting better, even though some people say some super negative things here in the chat. I can't read your username. Is it Annie or is it on cachet? But then maybe your username is engineered to be non-pronounceable. But hello, how are you? When I say the word biohacking, and this is lock-in feedback time here, I'm going to ask some questions and you're going to actively participate. Sound good? Bella, what's up? So, when I say the word biohacking or biological improvement, what do you think when I say biohacking? Rutro, are you a robot? Question. When I say biohacking, what do you think? Is this one of those things where I'm going to have to say comment one word to make sure you're not a robot? Cool. At least you're honest. Is it Anale Kumalo? Are you Hawaiian? Hawaiian people have huna. There's a entire biohacking sphere that we can explore with huna, Huna, and this doctor wrote a thesis. His name is Matt James. Pin it. Pin it. He wrote about HUNA and the alpha, beta, gamma, delta brainwaves that work in concert with each other. Who else is here? Are the other people here just NPCing? This is participatory. Think of this as incredibly valuable, so that way we're in a small room and you get the feeling that this channel is going to just explode. But while we're small, we're going to be appreciative of personal interaction. Oh, darling. Oh, dude pretending to be a woman. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. I'm special. I like to prey on small rooms. I like to try to manipulate people with small audiences. Caught ya! I caught you. You're not even trying to biohack. You're trying to manipulate me. Busted. Busted. You know what? Because I busted you, I'm going to time you out. Timing you out. So the biohack that I just performed is I'm interrogating how your central nervous system is wired. This video just jumped to the next level. So when I was asking for information, you became solopolistic. This is why your brain is in war with your kidney. This is biohacking. You want to have all your organs be in alignment. Why did I say that you are in civil war? Because you selfishly said, I'm the only one. And what you're doing is the way you are on YouTube is how you are behind a keyboard, is how you are when you're trying to get better. Because you're not trying to learn, you're trying to manipulate. And when you're manipulating people, the first person that you need to twist is yourself. The first person you need to change, if you're going to change the world, is the person in the mirror. Are you quoting a Michael Jackson song? I already timed you out. I already timed you out. Bye-bye. I already timed you out. Bye-bye. Because you can't rebut. You can't hear something and then get better. You're hoping that you're the only one. See, this is how you biohack. Because you're actually not a woman and you're obese. This is how the biohacks work. Where when you're an obese man trying to prey on small channels, such as this one, you're trying to go from room to room to room, from YouTube channel to YouTube channel to YouTube channel, hoping to build a quorum, hoping to manipulate a small channel person. Hey, pay attention to me. I'm your only audience member. And then you try to get people to go to Discord or something that's off of YouTube, and you're trying to trade attention for manipulation. Would you like some attention? Would you like some traction? Well, when you walk and talk like an obese man, you are an obese man. In America, we have this saying, if it walks like it's obese, talks like it's a pedo, it's a pedo. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a pedo. Are you a pedophile? Are you a pedophile? Text message me to prove to me that you are who you say you are, because 1, biohacking. You're not even being honest with your name. 2, biohacking. You're constantly trying to come up with a new persona, a new personality, a new skin, a new avatar, some kind of new fake. Last night, I'm sitting with a girl. She had giant honkers. Last night, I'm hanging out with a girl. She had giant hooters. Less than 12 hours ago, I was in the midst of a 3-dimensional experience. Her anti-gravity boobies were hitting me in the face. The whole time I'm thinking, great, you spent $25,000 on some amazingly big tig bitties. Amazingly huge. Then I started to yawn because fake boobies kind of bore me. But her brain was actually fun to talk with. So I'm like, I'll put up with your fake boobies. Everybody thinks I'm paying for a stripper to leave the pole because it was prime time Thursday night. So I realize what everybody looks at, which is the hot Chinese cowboy has finally gone stripper. I get it. It's Miami. I get it. It's Austin. I get it. We all get it. It's Silicon Valley. So I'm there, but I'm not exactly into it because your boobies, they're fake. Boy, was I awoken. Her knockers, her 34 double D or E. I don't even know how the bra size goes. What is it? 34D? And then she has the balls to lie about her cup size. Oh, it's just 34C. My ass. So biohacking, cup inflation, fiat, fake everything. You're on username number 20 for you. Text me. Prove to me that you're not an obese dude pretending to be Bella. Text me. 650-283-8008. I thought you were leaving. You talk like an obese man. 650, again. And my radar is not wrong twice in 1 month because it's July 17. It's the breast month ever. 650-283-8008. Prove it. The last 4 is 8008. Prove it. Hacking biological humorous content. How are y'all doing today? It's dark because I'm up before sunrise. Well, still up before sunrise. But normally I'm up right around sunrise biohacking. Prove to me that you are a female. Do not send me boob selfies, okay? Just send me something that proves you're a female. Don't send me a vagina selfie. 650-283-8008. Biohacking circadian rhythm. Prove it. Hacking circadian rhythm. Okay, female. Actually, this is even better. Don't text me. This will be a game called biohacking. As a woman, how much testosterone do you have? Is your BMI, body mass index, so high that you are exemplifying testosterone thinking? Because I caught you, you've got a lot of testosterone. Do you have a mustache? Because the precursor to adjacent to endometriosis is women getting hair on their lip. When that's a symptom, it's not even described as a mustache. It's hair on your lip. You mean a mustache? This is how prevalent testosterone is in women. So, I'm not going to be politically correct in this biohacking assessment. Are you rocking a full mustache? Because that vape pen and your electronic cigarette, that's actually gonna smoke itself, which is why you barely even need to inhale and you get all that chemical. Which boyfriend of yours got you addicted to vaping? Prove to me you're a girl. Because right now with females, it's default likes to vape. Default has Instagram and misrepresents body mass index. Ooh, somebody got quiet in a hurry. You are a woman. Accountability. You are a woman. Not answering questions. You are a woman with a body mass index borderline becoming a man. So in this stage of empire collapse, are you in Australia? In this stage of empire collapse, Australia as a continent is going to slide into the Pacific. At this stage of empire collapse, Nadi Shodhana breathing, that's free. At this stage of empire collapse, I have clarified my sinuses. We're biohacking as we're biohacking. Do you hear how clear that is? I credit my sinuses clearing to last night's girl with giant boobs that were real. I credit that. So, body mass index high, are you super attractive? Because it turns out only attractive people watch this channel. It's true. As small as my channel is, I'll meet people that have seen my channel, as small as my channel is. Biohacking water. All of a sudden, someone's gone incredibly quiet. This is how I know you're a dude, because only a guy could sit there quietly and watch. Women are, pay attention to me. Women are, hey, I would like some attention. Was this the salopolistic outcome that you were hoping for? Hey, we should go to a private room. I'm a woman. Hey, I want to manipulate you because you have a small channel. I'm your only viewer. Bae. I got 2 viewers. My channel, if you've never met me before, it's on what they don't teach you in school. And they definitely don't teach you biohacking. They definitely don't teach you, hey Larry, don't judge boobs by how anti-gravity they are. what they don't teach you in school. Last night's boobs were actually real. Last night's boobs were actually real. Ask yourself, am I going to feel funny when the sun rises? Nope. It's the most normal thing ever. Daily suns rise. Faking so much, even the real stuff seems like it's faked. Do I seem fake to you? Do you think that I'm chemically enhanced right now? Our next topic is perfect. It's raw dogging, which is I am not chemically enhanced right now. I'm just one viewer short of having two. How are you this good with such a small crowd? That's because I'm raw dogging. While I'm raw dogging, this is what I'm talking about. If I had a huge audience, which I will have, you get that feeling. I'm going to talk as if I just have one person that I'm talking to. When people become massively popular, they'll say stuff like, I wish I weren't as popular because now I have more directions to be pulled. This is why I seem like I'm already famous, yet I have no fame and very small audiences. It's this dynamic. It's being able to be okay with yourself. This is what raw dogging is. The concept of raw dogging is ever changing. Here are some of the stages of raw dogging as it connects to biohacking. Raw dogging initially was, are you wearing a condom? And then she says, oh, you don't have to put it on. And then you say, you want me to raw dog you? Which is no condom, now it's raw penis. It should be raw penising. Am I writing jokes? Am I writing jokes as I'm telling jokes? Yeah, that's why I do this. Which is why, in the real world, I'm actually super funny. Raw penising. So that's where that word comes from, is raw dog, raw penis. Because it became in the lexicon of language, which is condomless behavior. For example, going to pick up food, not bringing your smartphone. So when you don't have the condom of your smartphone that covers your brain, people then say, you're going to walk to the pool or to the restaurant or to the girl with real boobs. You're going to go out raw dogging, which is you're going to go out without your phone. Raw dogging. Raw dogging on a Saturday night, today is Friday, is going to be like this. Do you like how Australian friendly I am right now? Helping you realize that your Saturday night, it's coming up. Which is this. Raw dogging Saturday night is where you go out on Saturday night and you don't drink. You don't smoke. You don't touch your phone. You're like the meme joke of a guy in a coffee shop. He's sitting in a coffee shop. He's just drinking coffee. No laptop, no phone. He's raw dogging a coffee shop with just coffee. So when raw dog entered into the public lexicon, I'm going to further insert. Why? Because I have a ginormous brain and I'm putting it inside of you. How does my giant brain feel inside of you? Which is raw dog biohacking. Ooh. These are the opiates that other people use. This is the crutch. So this is the opposite of raw dogging. I don't think I've ever said raw dogging this much. But we are talking about biohacking. Smartphone addict. So when people are glued to their phones with blue face, that's a problem when you're present at a bar or drinking establishment or social setting or a party. People don't manage their phones. People's phones manage them. So when you're talking about opiates that are soothing, a smartphone is huge. Larry, that's so basic. Oh, it's about to get advanced in a hurry. If you're watching and already liked it, like it again so that way I know that you already liked it. That's a test. Oh my God, that's a test. Good job, you, for passing that test. Or good job, you, for failing that test. Pass or fail, either way, your brain is on, which is, can you print text? That's the opposite of being programmed, is where you put pen to paper. This is the entire value of this video, which is when you're a constant consumer, here you're not being forced to consume, here you're being cajoled, motivated, and encouraged to put pen to paper. Why? Because biohacking your brain involves programming your brain. Am I programming your brain right now? Hopefully, but who's going to be the primary programmer of your brain? That's you, which is pen to paper. So glued to smartphone, yeah, but you'll see people furiously scribbling on Sunday morning, Saturday morning, Friday morning. Why? Because they're trying to fix their broken brain being too connected to technology, biohacking your brain by practicing penmanship and putting pen to paper in a pocket notebook. How valuable was that? How valuable is that? I consent to you stealing my comedic content. I consent to you editing my videos for your profit. Printing text, printing in a notebook, printing words that later you read. This is the ultimate biohack because you're fixing your brain as you fix your financial statements, as you fix up your bank account. Last night's boobs, they were real. Fast food as an opiate to soothe. Larry, I can't help but eat fast food. I think they put crack in my food. The crack is highly processed food that turns into a special form of sugar that you get addicted to. So when you say, I think they put crack in my food, it's a formation of sugar that your body begins to crave. This is why you need a raw dog and eat not raw food, but food that's good for you. Raw dogging, nutritious food. Electronic cigarettes are an opiate. Porn is an opiate. Opiate is a form of drug that your brain requires. Video games are an opiate. The opposite of an opiate is a Larry Chang video where it's going to feel like you read a book. It's going to feel like you're thinking. And it's not going to make you think you're thinking. It's going to really be thinking.
to Bluetooth.
This is gonna get bumpy.
Bluetooth connected.
Girl boss smoking. Girl boss not in control of her SSRIs. This is not financial advice. This is hilarious. Which is, maybe you're depressed because you're not any good. Girl boss. Top 10 mistakes girl bosses make. Mistake number one. Because you eat at a restaurant, you think you could work at a restaurant. How hard could it be? Turns out it's harder than you would think because you're not very detail-minded. Top 10 mistakes that girl bosses make. Because you're on the receiving end of service, do you think that you could be good at serving? Would you be able to even remember cheeseburger, fries, no salt, aioli? How good are you at remembering things? How broken is your brain? Top 10 mistakes girl bosses make. Oh, I could work in the service industry. Oh, I could go be a manager super quickly. Mistake number next 2, which is you had one good year of making money. You had one good year. And now you think that that best year ever should be your baseline. That's not how economy works. That's not how the marketplace works. You see, one year you cracked $300,000. And now you're unemployed because you're not employable at anything over middle 5 figures. Top 10 mistakes girl boss makes. Just because one year you spiked up to a legit salary that's actually not bad, $300K. Now your brain's further broken because you're going to sit it out until somebody meets you at your quote. Somebody pay my quote. You see, that's a mistake. It's 5 steps forward, 1 step back. In girl boss case, it's 300,000 steps forward, now 300,000 steps back. Will you take step number 70,000, which is not 2 steps forward, 1 step back? That math doesn't math, because if it were 2 steps forward, 1 step back, then it would be $300,000. Now you're down to 150. But you're not down to 150, girl boss. You're default unemployed because corporations realized, hey, we could fire all the dead weight, genderless dead weight, and our company would actually get better. This is why it's default unemployment. First to fire, coincidentally, females within the HR department. Default unemployment. So right now, the unemployment rate is so sky high that women have failed to even file for socialist unemployment benefits, whether it's too high a bar, whether it's pride, whether it's embracing socialism, whether it's some other cause. Women are just not in the marketplace when they used to be, in their own mind, dominating the marketplace. Default unemployment, default state as your daddy, default state as your governmental overlord, which is, why can't the government just bail me out? Would you like a bail-in? Because, true story, the 3 laws of thermodynamics, undefeated. I'm not stomping on women's graves. I'm just pointing out top 10 mistakes that girls boss makes. Ooh, this is a doozy. It's trash talk. When women were making kind of a lot of money 2 years ago, they were talking a lot of trash. That trash talk has continued with the confidence. Has the competence risen? Nope.
has the AI landscape changed? Mm-hmm. Is policing woke toxicity going to legislate you a job? Nope. That Overton window has shitted. That Overton window has shifted the legislative and political landscape. It's changed dramatically. It's not just going to find the nearest girl, turning her into a boss, and trying to muscle her over low six figures. Ooh, top 10 girl boss mistakes. Can't do math. Just because three words rhyme doesn't mean that they're anywhere near each other. Three words I'm talking about: trillion, billion, million. Those three words rhyme. They literally are not even in the same neighborhood. This is girl boss mistakes. How good are you at math? This is the math of a salary. So if somebody paid you $300,000, they're going to need to make $600,000 to $900,000. When the economy is booming and you can afford to keep useless people on, then the people who are making 300 will be making the company maybe 300. That's just how the math works. This is also more math, which is unemployment. Your employer has to pay you your 300 and another 300 in tax and bullshit. Especially if you're a troublemaker, but let's just say you're just regular. So every 300K you're paying out, there's another 300K that's in Fed FICA Social Security. So it's not just, oh, I got paid 300 units of money. The company, they're having to pay 600. So if the company's paying 600, they're going to need 900. And once you get angry at that, well, you're screwed, because you don't like the fact that men have to get paid on 1,500 in order to make 300. Why? Because somebody's got to do the work around here. Somebody's got to do the work around here. Top 10 girl boss mistakes: singing a 5'3" song. So not all women who are 5'3" are automatically gonna be hot if they were a guy, because as a guy you'd still be 5'3", maybe 5'5" if you believe in testosterone. I don't think you believe in those things. But when you're trash singing a song that goes viral, people get angry. Girl boss tragedy: suspect, subsidy, salary. So the reason that that's so tragic is price discovery died. The reason it's a full-on comedy is that value became obfuscated. The reason it's a tragical comedy that's hilarious because it's so dark and wrong is this. Nobody sees that the market bats last. Very few people see that, hey, we're going to need to turn a profit, because girl boss mistake, you can't claim that you're a girl boss while simultaneously trying to live under socialism, communism. True story, I heard a girl say, oh, I'm Christian, but I believe in heaven, but I believe that dead people don't get to go to heaven yet. The circular logic. Top 10 girl boss mistakes. Logic that is roundabout, where you gotta twist and turn your way into, and loaded with inconsistencies. Hat tip black people for having the same problems. Girl boss, ooh, speed bump, zero inventions. When you're holding a device made by a man in an economy that is protected by men, engineered by men, and then you're complaining that the whole thing's the patriarchy. Well, what are you inventing besides circular logic that is socialist in nature? And why not STEM, science, technology, engineering, math? Why not? Larry, the reason women are bad at math is that they think this is 6 inches. With your little hand, with your little paw, your little Grinch foot, top 10 girl boss mistakes, 1-to-1 fighting. Have you ever heard a girl challenge a guy to swimming? Where you say, yeah, I think I could swim faster than you. And the guys just smokes them. 1-to-1 fighting. Have you seen a female that's trained in jiu-jitsu? A guy just kicks her ass. 1-to-1 fighting. This is the girl boss problem, is that the prior deal was amazing. Here's another girl boss problem that's actually an opportunity. It is usually this. Parties. Socialist Party, Communist Party. The reason they call it a party is they're trying to trick you into getting fucked. What man in their right mind decides to go into the Socialist or Communist Party? What man in their right mind? That would be a man who got lured in to the cult of socialism. Communism is actually a religion. But this time around, the revolution has Wi-Fi. This time around, the complete economic collapse is going to be televised on YouTube, Wi-Fi, the mesh network, or whatever other network is going to still be up and going. It's going to be impossible to kill because radio towers are no longer centralized communication devices. The government, when it tries to kill communications and take away your guns, probably not going to work. Definitely not going to work. Because men are not going to get suckered into those parties because men are not believing women right now at all. Girl boss mistake, which is hoping that the government's going to save you. If I can just get everybody to buy into my utopian vision, I'm just going to need to kill 20 to 40% of the people to keep killing my way towards my utopian vision. That's always the answer. It's never the answer, which is why utopian efforts fail. The counterintuitive utopian effort that does work is every mother scratcher for themselves. Every mother scratcher for themselves. Oh, top 10 girl boss mistakes. Heaven forbid you are not equal at all cost. Jesus Christ forgiveness for if she follows you on Instagram and you don't follow her back, oh, there's going to be hell to pay. What? Who even has that brain rot app or TikTok? I follow you, Larry, on TikTok. You don't follow me back. Hello? I don't even think I have an official TikTok account. I think you're following a fake Larry Chang. Top 10 girl boss mistakes? Larry, how many times can you orgasm in an hour? How many times can you orgasm in a day? Larry, how much weight can you lift? So that's top 10 girl boss mistake, which is completely non sequitur shit. Come back when your brain gets fixed. Or fix your brain right now. Ooh, girl boss business card. Girl boss business card. She doesn't have a job and she's got a pretty nice business card. Fake it till you make it. Girl boss problem. Faking it till you make it doesn't work. It makes people mad when you fake and lie to people. And most guys I know are pretty gullible. So fake it till you make it, that's not a girl boss strategy. That's kind of a Paki Indian black person strategy. Fake it till you make it. Why would you even do that right now? Why would you even do that right now? Making it is so easy because here's your competitor's girl boss, person who can't read, person who can't do math, trillion, billion, million, person who can't avoid 2 to 6 hours of doom scrolling. That's a problem, which is top 10 girl boss mistake. Smartphone. Is your phone running your life? If you were to get your phone stolen, would your whole life be gone? You see, you don't see, maybe you do see, is that girl boss, you can't be a boss if your face is buried in a phone. Continuing with the best video I've ever done, top 10 girl boss mistakes, which is, have you ever met an unemployed girl boss? She is so busy. She is so busy. I've never met more busy people than an unemployed girl boss with zero hope of employability and also zero hope for entrepreneurship. Just no shot across the board. Why? Time blind, which is can't show up on time. 2, can't do anything not on her phone. 3, social media dependent. 4, 5, 6, ego is so big as a girl boss that she can't be detail minded. Oh, hey, you forgot this thing that you said you're gonna do. Oh, screw the patriarchy. Toxic accountability. My brain's not wired that way. It feels like we're out of alignment. These words that confess ineptitude. When people gave you those words, they were meant to dissuade you from accountability, action, and progress. Even the word progressive is opposite. It's the inversion of truth. So the literature and the content, and dare I do say the social media of language, girl boss language, it's all engineered psychologically to operate against you, where you're using the word ally wrong, you're using so many things wrong. Because what this girl boss movement needs is a Larry Chang at the top. Let's solve some problems. Let's solve unemployment. Let's solve her unemployment right now. Let's go. 1, you're going to need to get pen and paper on a notebook and start to think like an executive assistant, helping a person that you do not know. You're going to need to get to know them. Remember, your brain, according to Busy Gold, it's a filthy liar. It's a filthy liar. And instead of asking the girl boss question of, what's dude talking about? You could just shut the front door and actually listen, because all of this content stands on its own. You don't need to go to the beginning of the video. You don't need to go to the beginning of the video. Girl boss mistake solving, which is one-to-one conversations. So when you're having a one-to-one conversation and you have your smartphone face up, it's a one to the girl boss that I'm talking to. She's barely there. She's barely there. Is that a good thing, being barely there? No. This is why my arbitrage, called "this works 100% of the time, every time," is a temporary arbitrage. Why? Because once you swallow the Larry Chang genius incarnate, what happens is you're in competition with people that are operating with 1/10 of their IQ 88 brain. So it's not even two brain cells being rubbed together. So when I say this works 100% of the time every time, let's solve the problem of you're unemployed and you're busy. So this is your solution. From 7:38 a.m. until 5 p.m., you work at a pretend job with a boss that is AI Larry Chang. You see, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to read your email. I don't want, like, everything you do, unemployed boss girl, it just drags me down. And quite honestly, it gets me depressed. But you're going to have to interact with an AI that is an Asian intelligent Larry Chang. And you would say, what would AI Larry Chang want me to do for money? You're going to need to do this 6 days a week, Monday, Friday, plus Saturday. That's 6 days a week. Or you could say retarded shit that is completely retarded called be a broker, do real estate business. Somebody doesn't understand that most real estate people sell 0.0 houses per year. Day 9, hashtag 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. Because also the real estate market, it's going to hell. There's a building, it's going to sell for less than 1 Bitcoin. Not even 4 years ago, it was going to sell for 11,000 Bitcoin. Fake job, real job. So your fake boss is actually an AI Larry Chang that is employing you because the first day you're going to work, you're probably going to make some single digit number of dollars. And then girl boss, oh, you're going to have to pay me what I'm worth. Well, here's the good news is that you're currently worth $0. So if you make $10, you're actually getting overpaid in the United States of America. But here's the good news is that you will be employable because you're running a hashtag external API into the economy. Right now, you're trying to throw Hail Marys, spend $35 on food, and then sit next to real world Larry Chang. That's not working, ladies. Throwing a cinnamon roll at me, that's not working. Throwing free drinks my way, that's not working. Eating food next to me and asking to be my LinkedIn contact, that's also not working. Pretend doing a presentation, there's enough fake stuff going on. This is how to solve girl boss, the speed bump of 0 inflection points. So an inflection point is where you learn sales. An inflection point is where you learn something technical. An inflection point is where you combine the two. An inflection point is a noticeable change in who you used to be, who you're becoming. Because nobody's going to just reward you for being the giant pile of goo that you are. Girl boss mistake. So this is an exercise which is optional. Next week or this weekend, you're going to have 3 social appointments because you're over socialized. Girl boss mistakes? Slow it down on the socialization. Like, you're a little too connected, but, whatever. So, enjoy your social events. Get to social events 15 minutes earlier than when you promised. So if you say 6 o'clock, show up at 5:45. Because the way you do your weekend is how you do your weekday, which is you can't show up on time. It's glaring and disrespectful and a giant skill gap. which is you can't do the arithmetic of if it's going to take me 45 minutes to get there and it takes you 30 minutes to park, you better leave 3 hours early. You like that? Because I didn't want to intimidate you with my brain calling it 75 minutes early. I didn't want to intimidate you. Are you intimidated right now? Are you intimidated right now? Thank you, Ashley. Coming in from the unemployment zone. You look stupid. Yeah? That's indicative of the fact that you have been unemployed for 2 years, 3 months. Crazy how I know that, isn't it? Is that crazy? I know. This is your plan. It's called 3 internships and then full-time work. What are these internships? Is this a Larry Chang Duck 9 internship? Oh no! I don't want you anywhere near my economic ventures. Just watch these videos in secret. Don't subscribe. Don't like. Hide them from your history because I don't want your loserness to be touching this amount of winning. Winning, winning, winning. Winning! Girl.
When you're a girl boss and you're pretending to be successful, it adds stress because you're not successful and now your body and your mind are in a battle with each other. What's up?
How you doing?
Did you have a good time last night?
Yeah, it was overall solid. I went like 2-stepping after. I had a good time.
What do you think about the notebook thing? It solves a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I should write down things prior to going up.
Or just practice penmanship, and then when people see you write stuff down, they automatically think that they like you more.
I didn't write down anything, and the guy was just like a fat hater who.
Stop saying hater. Stop saying hater.
Hater, it's the truth, dude.
No, it's not, because you called me a hater. You just called everything a hater. But what writing stuff down will do is it'll improve your.
Writing down like stuff, but why are you like?
You called me a hater yesterday. Do you remember?
Honestly, I don't recall that part.
I know, but I'm telling you that I'm the opposite of a hater, especially of you. No homo, but you called me a hater, and I was like, Oh my God. What? But that, you don't have to drop it from your lexicon, but you're using that word the way that retarded people use the N word, where it's everything hater.
What are you referring to?
Where you're using that word overly where it's not, but then people hear the word, they're like, did you just call me a hater? Because you did call me, Larry Chang, a hater.
The general population of people are really upset with their life, and it's really sad.
And those things are true. Those things are true, but you called me a hater of you, where I was the opposite, where I was literally like that clip, that's clippable. But also, my set.
Larry, I want to go to Larry. What about? All right, fine. Say one more thing because I want to get ready for my day.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you can say one more thing. You said my set, and then what else?
Oh, nothing. Just my set.
Okay, cool. All right, brother. I'm gonna get ready for the day. Hope you have a great day.
All right, sounds good.
Bye.
Hater, hater, hater. Everybody is a hater. What? Language is, it's critical. AI. The only way to input information in your brain is by reading words. If you're remedial, it's the spoken word. Larry, I can't read. Can you just read me the text that you're going to read? Say? This is biohacking. The reason you get frustrated is because the reason I'm getting frustrated right now is, doesn't everybody understand what I understand? Which is the only way the information is going to be going in is by language. This is a joke. Maybe I should tell better. Maybe I shouldn't have told it. Maybe you should just understand what I'm saying, which is what Ron Lowther said. If you aren't comprehensible, dazzle them with bullshit. Because when you say that, you're not understanding my real shit, which is the joke of Ebonics maxing. I'm literally taking the most retarded people on the planet, black people, and I'm making us the smartest people on the planet. That's what Ebonics maxing is, which is Ebonics. It's the remedial loser form of English. But after I'm done with it, because I'm maxing, in the same way that I'm a hot person whose looks maxing, and last night I was boob maxing, her boobs were actually real. This is a video about biohacking. African American people will have to stop dying prematurely. Why? Because you're Ebonics maxing. 4 X's in Ebonics, 6 X's in maxing. 10X Ebonics maxing. What is it for the 500th time or the 50,000th time, which is 5 figures and 3 figures en route to 7 figures and generational wealth, which is being able to speak English like Larry Chang drops American intelligence, Ebonics, where you're speaking high socioeconomic, actually doing generational wealth for the first time that your people have ever done one generation of wealth. Oh, I don't think, ooh, clip it. That was genius. Again, I'm gonna try this because black people are so retarded. We're still talking about biohacking. Your low socioeconomic language has dragged me down. Stop calling me a hater. Hater, hater, hater. That's the only word I know. we're going to need to expand our vocabulary to be higher in socioeconomic, higher in aptitude, not ineptitude, higher in aptitude. That's Ebonics maxing. Can you speak Larry Chang hashtag? That gets you to 10x your prior trajectory. But Larry, 10 times 0 is 0. Well, according to the math wizard, Terrence Howard, 1 times 1 equals 2. This is what I'm up against. It's going to be the easiest hoe to road, easiest highway to hoe. It's going to be the easiest super highway to hoe. And am I workshopping jokes? No. I'm making the truth funny. AI, AGI, AI is a super highway of information finally hitting your brain that you're able to monetize. Biohacking. Asian intelligence, American intelligence, Asian guy intelligence, artificial intelligence. That's the superhighway finally going into your brain. Can you read one book a year? Because currently, Ebonics, 0.0 book. We just biohacked. Enjoy 30 extra years of living. Enjoy 30 extra years of living. Because I caught you not understanding what Larry Chang is saying. I caught you. And I feel you turtling. And I constantly hear about your big penis energy. It's a broken penis attached to a broken brain, attached to one bank account or 0 bank account. We just biohacked. We just biohacked. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. What else would you guys like to laugh about? That would be girl boss brain in a pretzel. It's calling and causing her insides to turn into a pretzel. She's losing weight because she's making her small intestine not absorb nutrition. She's losing weight. She looks great. She took a pill to be constantly diuretic. I can't make this stuff up. You know that that's not healthy for you, right? Taking a magic pill to pay attention. But I have ADD. No, you just have a lazy brain. I'm not on ADD, yet I'm ADD. I could be ADD adjacent. Or am I gaslighting you right now? Or do women have a lot of the symptoms that black people have? Which is claiming you're a victim to white people, language, the patriarchy. Maybe that's why we as white people created civilization, which is rule of law. Do you guys have laws in your city? Are there rules in your city? Or are you a victim? Biohacking. Your body has rules, and your mouth spits out what is wrong with your body. Here's an example. Tom Chang, he says to me, Larry, every stomach is different. And I was like, this MIT safety school guy, reach school, whatever, safety school, reach school, it's MIT for him. I get his reach school mixed up with my safety school. He says to me, Larry, every body has a different body. I was like, what? Because he eats small meals all throughout the day. He never fasts. So he says, no, I don't want to do that. Every body has a different body. And then I connected it to another mentee because Tom Chang, he's my mentor. Tom Chang, he's not my mentee all the time. Mentee is a person that I'm mentoring. So he mentors me about how his body is dysfunctional. He says, Larry, every body has a different body. And I was like, what other smart person says retarded shit? I didn't say this to his face because he would have punched me. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good for physical discipline. Sometimes I yap so much that my dad wants to punch me, in which case he says, Larry, leave. I'm like, are you throwing me out of a dinner that I'm hosting? He doesn't care. He's Tom Chang. So he says, Larry, every body has a different body. And I was like, what? And then I asked myself this genius question, which is, what other genius person says retarded shit? Every body has a different body? What? This is the genius. This is all the value of this video. Which is, you are retarded. You're retarded. Thank you. Larry, why is your auto operational this morning? I don't understand what that is. I don't know what that is. This is what is the morsel of genius. My question, which is, what other genius person says retarded comments like the way that Tom Chang, PhD, MIT, said? This is what it is. Peter Thiel, who I mentored, he also said the same retarded thing. And my brain is a catalog of everybody who said anything to me ever. Why? Because my dad is actually the dumb one in the family, because my mother has a PhD, Yale. And I operated as if I were poor and dumb, kind of like you homosexual people, where you're gay, but you're lying to people that you're not gay. Me, I'm genius and I'm hot, and I'm lying to you when I say, oh, I'm not that hot. Oh, I'm not that smart. I'm a retard. My IQ is 88. This is proof that my IQ is 488. I wish it weren't, because sometimes I feel like the boobs that I see at 488 of IQ, I know your boobs are fake. Well, last night's boobs were real. This is also true what Peter Thiel said. Every happy family is happy in the same way. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its special way. Anna Karenina, lecture number 13, CS183B. I wish you could see my goosebumps. I wish you could see my goosebumps. I'm goosebumping everywhere because, ladies, I can feel your full body orgasm. Anna Karenina, lecture 13, CS183, Computer Science 183. The happy family, quote, directly correlates to Tom Chang's stomach. Maybe Tom Chang will have his overly enthusiastic crawler intelligence format connecting to this, which is Anna Karenina connecting to Tom Chang's stomach, connected to us biohacking. Because Tom Chang made a mistake. He said everybody's different. Yeah, everybody that's got a crappy gastrointestinal system is unhappy in a very special and unique way. Kind of like Anna Karenina talking about families. Every happy family is happy in the same way. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its special, unique, shitty way. That's a novel that Peter Thiel quoted. Why does this information just percolate to the front of my brain? It's because last night, her boobs were real. This is going to be the breast July ever. This is going to be the breast July 17 ever. This is going to be the breast video ever. It's going to lead to the breast August ever. It's going to lead to the breast Christmas ever. Did I tell you last night's boobs were real? I still don't understand your question, Rock Skipper. I still don't understand the question. You are straight, but you got made gay by your mom's brother. So, so that's why you said it that way. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. Because every person who's happy is happy in a happy way. Every person that just said what you said is actually straight. My brain, it's just on fire right now. Did I tell you last night the boobs? I didn't tell you. I'm going to tell you. This is not a situation where I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you, and then tell you what I told you. I am on fire. Can't help it. Fuego, fuego. We're dropping comedy about biohacking because people only watch comedy. Last night, her boobs were anti-gravity. I'm like, come on. Skinny waist, dress? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I know they're fake. Have you had giant fake boobies? They're not fun. It's not a fun bag. It's a looks bag. It's looks maxing without the fun. And everybody, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be the tall, hot guy that nobody looks at because everybody's just staring at her tigbitties. I was a little bit taken back by how nobody paid any attention to me. Nobody paid any attention to me. I'm literally bored, but then this is also surprising, which is her brain is actually amazing. So I was like kind of bored, but then her conversation was high. And then I got hit in the face. Her boobs were real. Think about drafting a Tom Brady in the fourth, fifth, or sixth round. You're like, I don't even really need to have this person on my team. It's it's he doesn't run fast. He's tall. Yeah, he's smart, but he fake throws hard. I mean, I see that he's throwing hard, but he can't continue to throw hard. He's just not any good. I was evaluating her the way that the NFL evaluated Tom Brady. There were 198 better choices. I don't think I've ever seen a hotter girl on this planet. And I have met a lot of people on this planet. Because even if she, you know what, I probably would have got, we're not going to talk about my love life. We're okay with shitty audio. We're okay with shitty audio. We're okay with shitty audio because this is why. Because when I clip these videos, the audio sounds amazing after the video's clipped. You can blame YouTube. You can blame Caucasian people understanding negative technology. I am looking at my mute button I have spoken for hours with the mute button on. Maybe you should learn to do lip reading. Maybe you should learn to do lip reading. Biohacking lip reading. Because lip reading for fake testosterone injected lips with endometriosis, which is hair on your lip, aka a mustache, some of these things could be solved when the solutions are sought after. How about now? Is it better? Is it better not jacked in? Or am I... Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Is this better now? There's no way. I think you're lying to me. Am I being lied to right now? I'm so being lied to right now. I'm so gullible. I'm so gullible. I don't believe you. Are you homosexual? Are you homosexual though? Because homosexual people tend to lie a lot. Be honest. Be honest. You know what? We're going to do two things. We're going to believe you, and I'm going to time you out for 30 minutes. Do you like that? Do you like that as a combo? I like that. It's a non-happy medium. It's a happy medium. It's bad now, or it was okay before? I am very gullible. I am very gullible. We're going like this. There's no way that Wired... Okay, we're going to try an audio test. So it's not that the Chinese guy from Stanford University doesn't know technology. It's a conspiracy. How's the sound quality now? I'm going to assume that it's amazing because biohacking. Last night, her boobs are real. My volume is fine on my clips using this phone. We're raw dogging. There is no microphone. I'm barking directly at my iPhone 6 because iPhone 12, and iPhone 12 Max, these don't work. Good news, kids. Good news is this message is so important that I need to be mitigated. We're going to plunge forward at 1%. Do you guys see those science fiction movies where the person's borderline no gas, borderline no oxygen, borderline redlining? That's the situation that we're in right now. This is going to be delightfully accurate because by the end of this video, there's not going to be any dry pussy in the house. Biohacking, how are you sleeping? Biohacking, how are you eating? Biohacking, are you eating processed foods? Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate you. Promoting my first person that I've promoted in over 2 weeks. We don't need moderation. We need no moderation. We don't need an editor. We just need to spit out what my brain is thinking. This is a synopsis up until now, which is Tom Chang, Peter Thiel, Larry Chang. Mentee, mentee, mentor. I'm mentoring 2 retarded geniuses. Have you ever met a genius who's retarded? I mask as a retarded person who's rich. That's my sweet spot. Tom Chang, Larry, everybody's body is different. Peter Thiel quoting Anna Karenina Tolstoy, which is, every happy family is happy the same way. Ditto your stomach. A happy stomach, gastrointestinally, is happy in the same way. You eat food, you process it, and then you drop a perfect shit. Every stomach is happy in the same way. Every unhappy stomach is unhappy in a very special, unique, and special way. Your stomach is a special snowflake. You're a snowflake. This is biohacking jokes, which is your stomach isn't a snowflake. Your stomach is a cliche system that God, Jesus, and God perfectly designed. Father, Lord, thank you for this time together. Thank you for my perfect asshole, my perfect face, and my perfect gastrointestinal system. Father, Lord, if people have never prayed before, that's cool. Everybody, meet Jesus. You've probably heard of him. Jesus, meet the people that are praying their first prayer. What the F? Father, Lord, thank you for my ginormous brain. Father, Lord, thank you for last night's real boobies. Oh my God. I'm just blessed. I'm blessed on a generational run. Do I have haters that say, you can't talk about boobies during a prayer? Oh, every prayer is a special snowflake prayer. Father, Lord, thank you for the comedic humor of Larry the Starfish. I mean, that's just funny. Father, Lord, maybe make people slightly curious about Jesus because I am hilarious. And if they did pray their first prayer, maybe throw them a bone. Like a little miracle. And if you do or don't, I'm going to pray like Jude Law in Young Pope, where I fuck you in heaven saying some Jude Law stuff. You should check out that TV show. I had no idea that people could pray like that. I'm kind of praying like that right now. A fake dude who's Pope is my prayer mentor. Father, Lord, was this prayer pretty funny? It's about to get hilarious. Go find in heaven Augie Garrido. Go find my dog, Baxter, and maybe look around for my mother. Because this prayer is hilarious, which is, Father, Lord, thank you for letting me steward your money in producing a biopic called Augie Garrido. Are we race swapping a really, really, really good-looking Caucasian guy for another really, really, really good-looking Caucasian guy? Augie Garrido. Why is my channel chock full of just really, really, really good-looking people? Because birds of a feather. So, Father, Lord, thank you for all that money, and I'm going to be investing some of it to make a movie about my mentor, Augie Garrido. Augie, Coach, you're welcome. You're fucking welcome for me cleaning the bird shit off of your fucking statue because nobody at UT was fucking aware that the fucking bird shit had shit on your ear hole. You had bird shit on your ear hole on your statue. I was out of water because I'm kind of well hydrated. So I had to spit into a towel. I didn't pee into the towel because, I didn't want to pee into a towel and then clean your face with. So I had to spit shine your statue. You're fucking welcome. I know. I'm super loyal. Oh, and this prayer's gotten me a little emotional. But you know what? I'm going to locate my balls and I'm going to finish off this video inning by inning, which is a DVD available on ESPN. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Booyah! Nailed it. Killed it. Killed it. Chime in here if you're ugly. It's just good-looking people. It's last night. Oh, this is what happened last night. I'm on a generational run. She shows up, 5-inch heels, so now she's maybe 6'1", maybe. She has boobs that are 4-dimensional. Well, now 5-dimensional. Because everybody has 3-dimensional boobs. Stop being not a top 50 physicist like Larry Chang. Everybody's boobs, even if you have pancake boobs or negative boobs or sunken boobs, they are still 3-dimensional. 4-dimensional boobs are boobs that escape time because gravity pulls boobs down. Now, granted, I'm not going to give her away her age, but here's the range. She was older than 22 and she was younger than 23. So gravity hadn't worked against her boobs. We're still talking about 4-dimensional boobs inside of my channel, What They Don't Teach You in School, inside of Being Larry Chang, CHIANG, inside of staying on script with biohacking. Can you improve your brain listening to the joke of 4-dimensional boobs? Because all boobs are 3-dimensional, the 4th dimension is time. I still remember those boobs, granted, because maybe I haven't been to bed yet. Maybe I'm currently in bed. Maybe this is a meditative dream. Maybe this is a lucid dream. I just showed you what the 5th dimension is, which is maybe I have yet to go out with her. That would be 5-dimensional boobs. You see, when my dad was trying to sell me on the fact that who's watching this and not liking this? Fuck yourself in the fucking face. That prayer allowed me to drop 12 F-bombs. My youth pastor is not going to call. My pastor's not going to call. My pastor's just going to laugh and be like, ha ha ha, Larry. Who's watching this and not liking it? Seriously. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Rock Skipper. I feel like I'm in the 5th dimension and we're about to yacht club. We're not going to motorboat. We did that in the 3rd dimension. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not word salading, but I am going to ask you, who is not cheering for this comedy to go in a erect direction? Who is that? Who is that? Math dude is trying to brag, Caucasian brag, and say he's hot and knows math, which is about last night. She was hot and she could actually do math. I know, it sounds like this is a fictitious person, but that's what makes dangerously low on green tea. Let's augment our ability to like ourselves as we try to like a toxic cowboy because language matters. So does green tea. Not an advertising message. It is a message, which is green tea, page 344, L-theanine. L-theanine, page 344. The books are kind of sticking together. Not an advertising message, L-theanine. 5-dimensional boobs. Welcome back. Welcome back on your third account. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Five-dimensional boobs. 5-dimensional boobs. 5 dimensions of boobs. So these sound like jokes because they're hilarious, but I took the time to add truth to the I took the time to add humor to the truth, but the jokes engineer themselves, which is 3 dimensions of boobs, 4 dimensions of chest, 5 dimensions of boobs. So all chest is 4-dimensional. Not all boobs are 4-dimensional. Never are boobs 5-dimensional. You actually don't want that. Let me tell the jokes, because you're just trying to do what women do, and black people, is you're being a hollerback girl. You're being a hollerback girl as a moderator. 5-dimensional boobs, 6 dimensions of orgasms. You actually don't want that, because now you got a stage 67 clinger. You don't want a 6-dimensional orgasm. You don't want her to have that. That is not good. That is not good, because you're damned if you do give her a 6th dimension of orgasm, and you're damned if you don't give her a 6th dimension of orgasm. Why? Because she's constantly going to be looking for that perfect shot of jizz that constantly fulfills her. Never enter other dimensions, especially inebriated or biohacking. Okay, but that was a slip. That was a slip, but I don't trust that that's correct. And if I did slip it, that was probably when I was being my own hollerback girl in the dimensions. Maybe I was in another dimension, but I went there unaltered. Cheers to raw dogging with water and green tea. I am going to microdose coffee because I may or may not have been to bed yet. Five dimensions of boobs, longest pre-roll ever. Six dimensions of orgasm. Biohacking. Biohacking. Biohacking Stinson, where realizing that a lot of gay dudes aren't actually gay born. They're actually gay made. This is five dimensions of being gay. Hate that I know this. Five dimensions of boobs. So when people say four-dimensional chess, they don't understand that all chess is four-dimensional. So it's four dimensions of football. Football is chess. It's three dimensions plus impact if you make the wrong choice. Five-dimensional boobs is being able to enjoy boobs now, being able to enjoy her boobs in the future, being able to enjoy her boobs in the past. We're going to say, oh my God, do you remember back when your boobs used to be like this? And now you've got an anchor. In neurolinguistic programming, chapter 17 of a different book, Unlimited Power, it's the power of using anchors. Now I'm wondering if I'm correct. Chapter 17, nailed it. Chapter 17, nailed it. Here I was thinking that I didn't memorize something accurately. I don't think I've opened that book for at least 2 months. I'm going to need to read that book for a 25th time. Oliver, you could recite stuff to me that I say, and then I would say, did I really say that? Or you could recite stuff to me and I would say, oh my God, that's genius. That's so genius that it's actually dangerous. Because that's what happened today. That's what happened today. 5 dimensions of boobs. This is the longest and most detailed account I've ever given. Initially, her boobs were in my face because she had giant boobs. And obviously, they had to be fake. Obviously. But in a similar vein to nobody ever cold opens me by saying, oh my God, you're so tall, Larry Chang. Did you get height augmentation? Are you fake that tall? No one ever says that. But in hanging out with this girl, everybody must be thinking it, especially if she's adjacent to me. That's 5 dimensions of boobs. We're going to biohack girl brain. Are you blonde? Is what I asked her. Because currently, women with brown hair that's highlighted are claiming that their hair isn't blonde. Because there's a onus, a burden, a shadow cast over women that are blonde and claim that they're blonde. Therefore, the feminist programming said, you must no longer tell people that you have blonde hair. Or the feminist programming has said, Caucasian blonde people bad. And so the Caucasian blonde people say, I'm not blonde. I am Caucasian, but I'm not blonde. This is hurting hairdressers. This is hurting beauty salons. This is hurting America, where we don't spend $800 to make our hair perfectly fluffy and blonde. This is what feminism did to biohack women into selling women to get polycystic ovarian syndrome to the point where it's so popular, they had to rebrand PCOS. What is a rebranding of a virus? It's also rebranding how many months pregnancy is. It's now on a 10-month schedule. This is what happens when feminism runs amok within the biohacking community. We're still dropping hilarious jokes about biohacking women's bodies, which is fuck maxing, puppy maxing, looks maxing, regenerating, not regenerating because women aren't sleeping very well, making versus breaking, solving versus causing, dreaming, eating, and sleeping. I didn't know I could remove messages. So powerful. Ugly people reveal themselves right away, which is, why do you use a hat interior? Is it bad? Is bad for hair? Are you asking me if I have bad hair? Are you asking me or are you asking me a question, or are you telling me that you're ugly? Your language affects the health of your body. So I'm sending you well wishes for your health and for your body as you are questioning my hair and hair quality or hair health. Because wearing a hat, it kind of helps me lock in. I am locked in right now. How are we locked in? Staying on script for biohacking, which is Coco Cunts under new terms. Ice cream social, POV, point of view, types of women on dating apps. Whoa. So when you're on a dating app, it actually affects your biology. When you're on a immune deficiency, it's basically an STD. where you're immune deficient, how can you not take care of that 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 disease? It's because your immune system isn't working. So when people use the language called autoimmune, it's a double positive, where isn't your immune system automatic anyway? Or are you trying to double positive it and call that double positive disease a negative disease? I don't understand. Do you understand? Coxswain. Coxswain is a crew joke. It's actual rowing crew. So a coxswain is a person who sits at the front of your boat and tries to coordinate the people who are rowing crew. It's a coxswain. So coxswain is funny because currently my cock's still in her because she has 5D boobs and I'm obviously doing 6D orgasms. Very dangerous, my cock's in. Which is, there's a pecking order to coxswain. People get full ride scholarships because they're really good at coxswain, which is hierarchy. Can you coordinate everybody as a community effort? Coxswain, it's kind of communist that there's a person at the front of the boat screaming at me to row harder when she isn't rowing at all. We'll call it co-ed crew. Is that even a thing? Top dog. There are people that row in a powerful way. That's the top dog. But they've got to do so in concert, in community, in conjunction. So the top dog has to listen to a barker. In stand-up comedy, there are also barkers. That's why coxswain sounds like coxswain, which is, that's the system that you're entering into. It's a cohesive system that is for coordinating your boat to go in the water faster. Groups. When your economy is in a group, your crew methodology is inherently communist because there's a coxswain in the front. They're not doing any of the work. They're just trying to centralize the authority. And you have to listen to them because if you're rowing out of sequence, the boat doesn't go as fast. Independent work. So work that's independent is not work that you do on a boat with 9 other people. What I've noticed so much is that so many people can do 0 independent work. They need the vibes. They need sound in the background. They need a feeling of being in a group. But all work that's significant is individualized work. In entrepreneurship community, they have the saying, if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a group of people. But here's the problem with getting a co-founder is that in a fake economy, your co-founder might fuck you. Let me repeat the quote. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a group. Here's the issue that AI has catalyzed, which is if you want to go far and fast, you're going to need to go by yourself using AI because they're going to have more people at the level of elevation that you're climbing towards. Let me try to give an in-depth example of what I'm talking about. incorrect, but partially correct. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a group of people. But you don't need an entourage. You don't need a co-founder. They're going to have people at your next level. What we're doing here in these YouTube videos is we're leveling up. We're leveling up our language. We're leveling up our competency. We're leveling up our bodies as we get healthier during our ascension, during our occupational rising, during our ability to improve ourselves. What then we can do is we can go fast and far and then build our entourage when we get there. There's a TV series, it talks about envoys and building a consortium, developing a tipping point, getting an entourage for when we get to a place where we don't need to bring our crew. Our crew could be crabs in a bucket. Our crew could be slow to assemble. You've seen black people on black time. Good luck trying to get 5 black people somewhere on time. Ditto Asian girls. Ditto groups of people move slowly. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a group of people. But I've seen groups of people not leave the pre-gaming. I've seen groups of people fall apart. I've seen groups of people never make it to the venue. I've seen groups of people completely just stall out. I've also seen groups of people who are co-founders have a fight, and then now the corporation's dead. Now the startup is languishing because co-founders are trying to have a discussion because somebody tried to diversify equity and include co-founders just because they were checking a box of, oh, we needed a Chinese male to be on our basketball team, and now we're out of the tournament. That's actually not possible. It's the opposite, which is we only want one certain type. You're fucked, or you're not fucked, depending on what that type is. Is it a good type? My coxswain, coxswain. Sounds like my coxswain. Daddy, which is crew. Daddy. Government is daddy. Daddy issues. Daddy never mentored you. Daddy caused you to have time distortion. You don't have a 3-dimensional daddy or a 4-dimensional daddy. You have a 2-dimensional cutout of a daddy. And then you say stuff like, well, I never had a dad, so how do you miss what you never had? Daddy issues cause you to have biological biohacking issues. Did you enjoy this video?